Hare Krishna. The mind should do our work, not make us do its work. Suppose we need to find some information on the internet and we open our browser and go to the relevant sites. And say on one of those sites, a pop-up window comes up and shows some link. And maybe some links are insistent. They just don't disappear by one click. You have to press again and again to remove them. But instead of pressing the cross link to remove them, we just unwittingly press the link for going to that page. And from that page, we see another interesting page and we get allured, and another. And maybe other pop-up windows keep coming up, other links keep coming in our site, and we keep going there. And we may have allocated 1 hour for our work, but at the end of our 1 hour, we find that our work is undone and we've just been surfing on irrelevant, unnecessary things. So what has happened here is that on the computer, on the browser, on the internet, instead of we doing our work, we have ended up doing something which was prompted by the net. So this sort of waste of our energy is what the Bhagavad Gita cautions us against. When it tells us in 6.5 that Uddhared Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva hi Atmano Bandhur Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. This is Uddhared, raise. It says raise yourself. Atmanatmanam, elevate yourself with the mind. Do not degrade yourself. Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva hi Atmano Bandhur. The soul, the mind is the friend of the soul, and Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. The mind is also the enemy of the soul. This means that the responsibility is on us, the mind, how we use it. So if we can compare the mind to a computer browser. Just as from one place through the browser we can go to hundreds other places. So like that, through our mind, our consciousness, the soul's consciousness can go in many different directions. When we have a particular work to do, say for example, we decide that we want to meditate, we want to study scripture, we want to do some constructive activity, and we start off that, but within the mind's browser, some desire pops up, some thought comes in, and then we don't have to physically click. Just our attention to that straight thought is itself a click. And when we give attention, whatever gets our attention gets us. And we follow that thought. And then that thought leads to another thought. And that leads to a desire. And that leads to another desire. And that leads to an intention. And instead of doing our work, we may just do something else. And this is how often we get misdirected. Away from what we want to do to unnecessary things. Sometimes not just unnecessary things, not just unproductive things. Sometimes the mind may make us do counterproductive things also. Not only things that do no good, but these are things which do harm. And that's how the mind may degrade us. Just as when we go on a computer, we have to be purposeful and watchful. Purposeful. Okay, what have I come here for? Okay, I've come for doing this. And watchful. Okay, am I getting distracted? No, I'm focused. So like that, even when we are going through our life, whatever we are doing, we have to be purposeful. We have to be aware. What am I doing right now? Why am I doing this? And then, if we are vigilant, if we are aware of our purpose, then we will, okay, I was here to study, and what am I doing? I got distracted. If we are watchful, then when the mind starts making us do its work, that means the mind has its own ideas. Maybe this is enjoyable, maybe this is explorable, and this is nice. Mind has its own ideas of what is to be done, and the mind will make us do its work, and trying to enjoy this. And most of the work that the mind tells us to do is all either unproductive or counterproductive. So we needn't do the mind's work. It is the mind who should be doing our work. That means just as the browser assists us in searching the information that we want to find, like that the mind should assist us in doing what we need to do. So by being purposeful and watchful, we will ensure that we will engage in constructive activities, and the more we train the mind, the more we neglect the pop-ups that come in the mind, gradually those pop-ups will also decrease. And thus when the pop-ups will decrease and the mind recognizes that okay, this is what is to be done and this is what is going to be done, and actually doing this is good. It helps me to do something constructive, it helps me feel good, it helps me do good, then the mind will also get a taste. And then the mind, instead of becoming a distractor, will become a focuser. Thus the mind will become our friend, and we will become joyfully